Hi, welcome to Knig's Corner. I'm Jerry. I'm your host. Thought we'd take a look today about some guys that I believe will be out there in the trade deadline in a couple of weeks. And who might the Sox be interested in? Well, they'd be interested in most of them, but who the Sox might be able to get and what it would cost them. I'm just going to go over today guys I think will be available. Teams will be putting out feelers to see if you want to make a shot at them. And there's some good players out there. But as always, I got to turn the light on. As always, when you are at the trade deadline, you got to pay 2 to 3 times what you'd pay during the off season. That's just the way that is. Especially the reason for that is today, in today's baseball, there's a lot more teams that are still in it. There's a lot more buyers than sellers. And whenever you have that in the marketplace, the price goes up. So let's take a look. I'm going to start with California Angel or Anaheim Angel. Shortstop Zach Neto. He's a very good shortstop. He's 25 years old. He's hit 19 home runs this year. He's hitting 235. That's a guy that could add a little spark to the Red Sox lineup. He's a good fielder, like I said, and that's a position of need. I'm going to really concentrate on shortstop more than anything else. I'm going to have a few other positions in there, but that's the position I think the Red Sox desperately need. I think they can win with Romy Gonzalez and Anthony Ziegler playing second base for them. Let's keep going. Jeremy Pena, another guy I think will be available. The Astros seem to have settled on Carlos Correa as their shortstop. Not a bad choice. Pena, former Gold Glove winner, he's got 6 home runs, hitting 287 for the year, which is a higher batting average than a lot of these guys, and he's 28 years old. You have some level of control over both Neto and Pena. The one everybody seems to be talking about is Francisco Lindor of the Mets. Will the Mets trade him? That I'm not sure of. The first 2 guys I'm very confident you can swing a deal for. The Mets have a PR problem as it is. They have a horrible team. And fans are getting more and more disenchanted with the Cohen ownership. So does he have the nerve to okay a trade for Lindor, even if it'll help him in the long run? I think he does. And the reason I think that is I look back about a week ago, I brought this up on how financially how teams were standing. And the Mets are losing a fortune. They're paying guys all over baseball not to play for them from contracts that they had to just write off when they peddled the guys away, looking at Verlander or Scherzer, guys like that. They're still paying Bobby Bonilla every year in July. So they've got a lot of money, a lot of debt out there. Now, they have the richest owner in the game, but at some point, he's going to think, I don't want to throw more good money after bad. So we'll see if Lindor is around on August 4th. The trade deadline is August 3rd. But if he is available, you probably have to pay either a hefty price or be willing to take on all that money. He's getting about $35, $36 million a year for the next 5 years. If that's the case, in all likelihood, the receiving team would not have to pay that much in prospects just to get out for the Mets to get out from that contract. From the Giants, they have 3 guys available. Matt Chapman is one, a third baseman. I wouldn't want him. But he has currently got 7 home runs, hitting 235, and he's 33 years old. Let somebody else take him. He's an excellent fielder, by the way. But the teams that we're looking at in the American League East, the Rays wouldn't want him with Caminero. The Yankees wouldn't want him because they've already got McMahon, and while he's not the greatest hitter in the world, he's his equal in defense. And the Red Sox are in the same boat. Durbin is cheap, and he's a great fielder, and he's been hitting the heck out of the ball over the last month. So I don't think the Red Sox would be interested in Matt Chapman. The Mets would also be offering Bo Bichette. He's probably going to opt out of his contract this year. He's got a 3-year deal. I don't think he's happy in New York. You wonder if he was traded to someone else, if he would just continue with his contract with them. That might be a drawback, believe it or not. Bichette's got 10 home runs, he's hitting 255, and he's 28 years old. Next, here's a shot. I don't know if this guy's available. The guy that runs the Rockies now is the guy that was featured in Moneyball with Brad Pitt. That guy in real life is running the Rockies. Hunter Goodman is a outfielder with the Rockies. He's got 27 home runs so far this year. He's 254 and he's 26 years old. That sounds like the kind of guy that could really help the Red Sox, putting him in the middle of that lineup. Depends on what you think you're going to get anything more from Anthony. I don't know. And what would you do with Hunter Goodman going forward? I tend to think that you'd keep him and use them and play four outfielders. One guy DHing most of the time. After next year, the Red Sox will be out from under Yoshida's contract if they are not able to deal him before then. So we'll have to wait and see. But Goodman would be an excellent addition. I've already said that I like Anthony Ziegler and I like Romy Gonzalez for second base, which makes the next guy from San Francisco, Luis Arraez, who was in the All-Star game. He's hitting .330. He's got 4 home runs. He's 29 years old. Used to be a defensive liability. Isn't anymore. He's worked on his game. And now he's plus in runs saved and the defensive metrics. So would that be a guy the Red Sox go after? I think he would if push came to shove. If they fell short on some of these other guys, the Giants might be looking to just sort of, I think he's a free agent at the end of the year as well. If not, it's shortly after that. So it might not cost you as much as some of these other guys might. We'll wait and see. Willy Adames, a San Francisco Giant shortstop. He's got 15 home runs, 37 RBIs. He's 30 years old. No thanks. Strikes out way too much. We're trying to get away from that at the Red Sox. We want guys that, you look at the draft, there were 15 guys in a row that all had the same, drafted high in the draft, that all had the same thing in common. They put the bat on the ball. That's where the game seems to be going. People want to be what Toronto did to get to the World Series last year. Don't strike out so much. Move runners along. That sort of flies in the face of some analytics, which think there's no difference between a strikeout and a fly out and a ground out. I couldn't disagree with that more. There is. You don't advance runners when you strike out. So that's something. And last but not least, and the Red Sox won't be involved here, but somebody will. Tarik Skubal, the best pitcher in the game, or right up there. Maybe Mizorowski might be the best pitcher in the game now. But Skubal, I won't even give you his stats. The Red Sox aren't going to be a player for him. But a tremendous talent. Somebody's going to have to pay a lot to get him. So those are my thoughts. Now, what are the Red Sox going to have to give up? That's an interesting question. I did a story a couple days ago on Red Sox top prospects. They've got guys in the second half of that top 10 that are very good players and very highly thought of that will probably get you in the ballpark with some of these guys. I would not mind seeing Meyer go. I think he's got tremendous ability. Everybody thinks he's got tremendous ability. But he's been in pro ball, I think, about 5 years now, and he's been hurt every year. And this is when he would be in somewhat, not his prime, but certainly not a time to get hurt every year. So we'll have to wait and see on what that looks like. Kyan Witherspoon, former number 1 pick, would be a guy I would make available. They've got some other pitchers down there that I would not. But we'll have to wait and see. If one of the things people, and I saw this just today on Adam Jones and Keith, Adam Jones saying that Breslow has really struck out at the last two trade deadlines. Well, would you like to have seen him give up Tolley or Early or Anthony? Meyer, maybe so, but that's Rafaela. That's who these teams were asking for. And you're talking about Merrill Kelly or somebody like that, which was the guy we were looking for last year before we stupidly traded for Dustin May. Look, teams are going to want the guys that you don't want to give up. That's just baseball. And if the Red Sox want to go big, swing big, it's going to hurt. They're going to feel it. And down the road, it might look like a very bad trade. That's why in my book, I'm looking more at guys like Neto and Pena and Hunter Goodman, guys that you're going to have under control for a few years, that are young, that you can put right in that lineup, and that'll help you right now, rather than some of these guys. Willy Adames, no thanks. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking today as I look around. The Red Sox have a doubleheader tomorrow. Well, it's a day-night doubleheader. In the first game, they're going to face Jax against Jake Bennett. And In the second game, neither team has announced their starter yet. I saw that Gray is going to pitch Sunday, and I disagree with that. If you remember, most of you probably won't remember, the old days where the Red Sox would throw a left-hander on Sunday and he could throw right out of the shirt sleeves in the center field bleachers. I like throwing a lefty, and we have a lot of them. So I would have liked to have seen Bennett go in that game or Toley go in that game and maybe pitch Gray Friday night. I think the first two games are pretty important because you don't want to blow out your bullpen in a 4-game series early. That's why you can't throw anybody up from AAA or AA in a game like that because they're not going to go very long. So we'll have to wait and see. They've got 17 games before the trade deadline. I saw Mike Antonellis talking about, well, yeah, you could go 10-7. I don't think they have to go 10-7. I think 9-8, and you're fine. That would put them one game out of 5 behind 500. Of course, I'd love to see it better. I remember I didn't have them going anywhere near 9-0 on this last road trip. So I was hoping for an 8-4 out of those 12 games, and they went 10-2. So much for that. But that's where we're at. Anyway, they got a 4-game set with Tampa, and Caminero will be playing. From what I understand, he was drilled in the wrist on Tuesday night in the All-Star game, and it looked bad. I was really worried he was going to be out for a while. You don't want to win that way. And but he says he's okay, and that's good enough for me. So that's our show for today. Once again, if you like the show, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We love it. Leave a comment. We like that even better. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, maybe during the game. We'll see. Talk to you soon.